approximately 20,000 pregnant women have been vaccinated with no red flags, as we say. And this is being monitored by the CDC and the FDA.
Looked at the data. I'm convinced that this is safe and effective, and I will get the vaccine as soon as it is made available to me. And I very likely, I'm sure it will happen this way, that I will do it publicly to let the rest of the country know that I'm confident about its safety and about its efficacy.
Later.
January of 2021, Fauci, then CDC Director Rochelle Walensky, and then Surgeon General Vivek Murthy discussed COVID vaccination and pregnant women. Fauci flags a potential concern after the second dose, writing that many people experience, quote, significant cytokine storm and fever, and that this, quote, theoretically could be associated with miscarriage.
You know what's sad about this, ladies and gentlemen? They're still going to be on RFK Jr.'s butt, trying to say he's out here putting out mis and disinformation, even though the fake news has been caught over and over and over and over again. Dr. Fauci's been caught over and over again, and yet they keep saying the same thing. Now you have new information being released here that shows that the COVID vaccine could lead to up to 82% of miscarriages for women in the first trimester, guys. Did Dr. Fauci reveal that information? No, of course not. Why would he do that? It was just safe and effective. That's all they ever said, safe and effective.
Looked at the data. I'm convinced that this is safe and effective.
These people were like robots, and they didn't care about what the truth was. To them, the truth was not as important as compliance. This is why people don't trust a lot of scientists. This is why people don't trust public health right now. It's not Trump's fault or anything like that. It's a bunch of the people who are in politics, really a bunch of the Democrats, because they're the ones who shut down any open debate or conversation. There was no debate, no debates about nothing. We're right. Do what we tell you to do or else. That's one of the biggest problems. But now on top of that, on top of literally having millions of people killed from promotion of their disinformation, which caused people to distrust actual real medications that could have saved their life, people losing their jobs, being removed from military service, women in the medical industry not able to continue saving lives because they were getting let go for not taking vaccines or not wearing masks or whatever other nonsense. Now you have women literally killing their own babies. Not that the Democrats support anything pro-life. They probably were happy that these women's babies were getting killed. But 82%, that's off the charts. Meghan McCain is just reacting to that. Put Fauci in jail. 4 exclamation points behind it in all caps. I'm a woman who was pregnant and had a miscarriage during COVID. Meghan McCain actually had several miscarriages. I don't know if she took the vaccine, though. She didn't mention that here. But definitely not a good look for a lot of the women out there who may have wondered, what the hell happened? I trusted the science. What happened? This is what happens when you trust lunatics. This is not hyperbole. Handcuff, perp walk, and put Fauci in jail, in a jail cell for the rest of his life. Guys, this may just happen, depending on what information keeps being revealed. This is from his text messages, by the way. They uncovered thousands of text messages where this information was revealed. And depending on how this goes in the future, maybe he could be prosecuted on a state level, which Biden's pardon, his sweeping pardon, does not cover. The pardon only covers him federally for crimes that were committed federally during the period of 2014 up till, I think it was like when Biden was leaving office, like January 20th, 2025, I believe it's when the pardon period. But I'm going to go ahead and react to a Fox News clip where they get into a bit more detail about this. Let's react to it. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
We obviously have his phone. We've downloaded it, and we're going to carefully go through this to protect people's personal information. But I thought we had to release this right away because this is, I think, major news. Anthony Fauci, in a text exchange with Vivek Murthy and Rochelle Walensky, the CDC director, they're talking about the COVID injection and having pregnant women take it. And in the middle of that text exchange, I think the key text is where Anthony Fauci is talking about the fact that the second dose creates a greater cytokine storm, additional information that could have an impact on increased miscarriages in the first trimester. Now, to add to that, in June of 2021, Tom Shimbakuro, a bunch of other people, published a grossly misleading study in the New England Journal of Medicine where they were looking at 827 confirmed pregnancies. There were 104 miscarriages. They call them spontaneous abortions, but we refer to those as miscarriages. 104 divided by 827 would imply about a 12.6% miscarriage rate, which is quite high for confirmed pregnancies. I talked to Dr. James Thorpe. He says it's generally around 3%, so it's already 4 times as high, but within the realm of confirmed and unconfirmed pregnancies, okay? So they put this study out there, but what they don't reveal, they do, but they don't account for it, is that 700 of those 827 women took the injection in their 3rd trimester. Now, spontaneous abortions occur before 20 weeks. 3rd trimester starts after 28, so the relevant denominator would have been 127. So you would have had 124 miscarriages out of 127 of the women who got the injection in the 1st or 2nd trimesters. That's an 82%. 82% miscarriage rate. That is shocking news. Okay, and that's been known for quite some time. But again, the federal health agencies weren't highlighting that. A gross misrepresentation.
Rochelle Walensky again, huh?
Is it safe to get vaccinated while you're breastfeeding?
It absolutely is safe to get vaccinated. So I would say if you are thinking about getting vaccinated, there is no bad time to get vaccinated. Get vaccinated while you're thinking about having a baby, before you're thinking about having a baby, while you're pregnant with your baby, or after you've delivered your baby. There is no bad time.
CDC, former CDC director. A lot of people like this lady. This lady was a liar too. Guys, it's time to face the facts. These people were a bunch of liars and criminals.
Representation by Tom Shimbakuro, who is, by the way, he's the guy in the head of safety surveillance for the CDC who deleted his emails. And we've also found out that not only did he delete them on his devices, but somebody deleted them on HHS servers as well. Again, that needs to be fully investigated in terms of violation of the Federal Records Act.
Hey, Senator, it's John Roberts here, along with Sandra. So,
so now they're deleting evidence too. I mean, guys, it's like it's not even funny, or maybe it is. I can't help but laugh at how ridiculous of criminal activity is going on, and how nothing's happening, primarily because of Biden's pardon being a huge obstacle. But at the very least, go after everyone else. One legitimate criticism people are going to have is okay, if all of this stuff was happening, if Fauci is difficult to prosecute or perhaps even impossible to prosecute, what about all of these other people who knew what the hell was going on too? Who were lying too? Prosecute every single person that this guy knows. Make fools of them. I saw something from Fuentes, even though I think Nick Fuentes is a little cuckoo. I agree with one thing he said. He said this should be like the J6 for Republicans and conservatives. It should be, people need to have heads rolling. There need to be people getting prosecuted, sitting in jail, waiting for trial, and the trial never freaking comes. Just sit there looking stupid. That's how they did people on January 6th. Why is literally no one getting in trouble for anything? I can see people being pissed off about that. I'm people.
What Fauci said in that text message that you divined from his phone seems to be quite at odds with the public messaging that occurred following him sending that text message. That text message was sent on the 25th of January, 2021. Fauci said on February 3rd, and you included this in your press release regarding this, Fauci's message was, FDA have found thus far, and we have to be careful, but thus far no red flags about pregnant women. August 11th, 6 months later, CDC Sasha Ellington, we are not seeing a signal of safety concerns of the vaccine in pregnancy. Fauci again, August 30th. He said tens and tens of thousands of women who have been followed by the CDC have been vaccinated when they were pregnant. There's no indication whatsoever there's any increase in adverse issues. It stands in sharp contrast with the concerns that he voiced back in January of that same year.
Yes, they lied. again, not one major news broadcast station or major newspapers covered my April 29th report, where I showed that Peter Marks, who's head of the division that approves vaccines and surveils for safety in FDA, was told that his algorithm analyzing viruses is going to hide mass safety signals. And then for 4 consecutive months, using a new algorithm, senior FDA officials were shown dozens of safety signals, including sudden cardiac death, pulmonary infarction, which Fauci himself suffered from in June of 2021, Bell's palsy, different types of strokes. So no, again, I've been frustrated that the news media hasn't been covering up that major scandal. I guess because this is attached to Fauci, maybe we'll start paying attention to how our federal officials, starting at the top with Anthony Fauci, lied to the American public, did not provide informed consent for those experimental gene therapy injections.
Sudden cardiac death, Bell's palsy, strokes. Guys, this, if you taking the jab still, I don't know what the hell to tell you, because I know that they're probably making some sort of small tweaks to it, but whatever it is, they can't change it too much, because if they did, then it probably would even work to the extent that it does, which is pretty much not at all. It looks like it's out here just giving people problems, or at best, and killing people at worst. And yet, here you go with the fake news still, to this day, still defending Fauci. You still have no one arrested. I mean, there's investigations, but Fauci isn't it. It's not just him. There's plenty of other people who are culpable in this. People need to pay. Otherwise, they will do this again. They're already talking about the next pandemic and how people are going to react and how we're going to control misinformation. No, we don't need to just control misinformation from people that you disagree with. We need to control misinformation from you, the fake news. That's what we need to control misinformation from radical scientists who are getting pretty much boners from Julia Roberts coming on.
Brad, that we have maybe the coolest man on the planet right now. Wow, and there's the room. This is intense. Does anybody else have
Hello. Hi there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, this is such a thrill. How are you?
Pretty good, I guess. It's a little bit like running on fumes for a couple of months, but
I would imagine this is a thrill for me, because you truly have emerged as a personal hero for me, and you've been this true north, I think, for a lot of people. These
are the people who we need to protect ourselves from, not the people who ask basic questions like, hey, I'm not sure if that data is correct. Can I view the data? Can I get more information? Perhaps we could do an additional study. Those people are not wrong people. People who try to force masks and tell you they work and they don't work, and face shields work and they don't work, and the vaccine works, but not like that. It doesn't protect you from catching the virus, even though we said it does at first. But even though it doesn't protect you from catching it, just go ahead and take it anyway, because it'll prevent you from spreading it to other people. Well, it doesn't prevent you from spreading it to other people either. It's like, what the hell are we even doing here, guys? Find a way to lock this man up. Find a way to lock up all his cohorts. Lock up some of these Democrat politicians too, who were culpable in this lying. Okay, like anybody who was lying to people under oath, not under oath, I don't give a damn if they make up some crimes. Pull a Letitia James, as far as I care, the way she did with Trump out in New York, Alvin Bragg, all of that. Find a way, because I'm tired of these people getting away with this. These people need to suffer. These are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cybernoodle 655, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, Pinecone 6, and Arcano. Always appreciate you.
So God bless you. Congratulations, you guys. You're amazing. Congratulations. You guys are amazing. Okay? Know it. Feel it.